Hi, and welcome to this short, slow flow practice. This is for all levels, and I'll be guiding you through different versions of each pose to provide the most accessible version, as well as a challenge if you're up for that today. So let's begin by taking the hands to heart center and taking a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Pressing the palms against one another to create some stability in the upper body, growing the crown of the head toward the sky. Take one more deep breath in, and then drop the chin to the chest as you exhale through the mouth. Sigh it out. Bring your hands to either side of you and tense your fingertips and begin to sway from side to side, sending your neck as far back toward the back corner of your mat, doing some somatic micro movements to release tension in the body. Inhale the arms up, exhale, side bend, create length in the intercostal muscles of the rib cage. Come back to center, inhale, grow, exhale, take that side bend on the other side. Bring your hands back up to center, bring them back down to your side, and we're going to go ahead and take Janu Shirshasana, seated tree pose. So we'll tuck the sole of the foot into the hip joint on the left side of the body. We'll inhale the arms up and then flex the toe, exhale, and take a side bend. You can grab hold of your toes if that's accessible, or your ankle or your shin, whatever works for your body. We're here for 3, for 2. 1 brings you back up to center. Let's switch sides. Opposite sole of the foot into opposite hip joint, flexing the foot to be nice and tall with the spine, inhaling the arms up, reaching over toes, ankles, or shins, and exhaling, creating space in the rib cage for 3, 2, and 1 brings you back up to center. Come back to Sukhasana. Take a moment and let's do some seated cat-cow. So we'll inhale the gaze up to the sky, pressing the heart open. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest and round the spine. 2 more times. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to center. Bring the hands up. Inhale. Exhale, twist left. Gaze can go behind you. Inhale, tall again. Exhale, twist right. Inhaling back to center, bringing the palms to touch. Exhaling to Samastitihi. Now we have gently created some heat in the body through some twisting, some breathing, some extensions, and some gentle somatic micro movements. We're now going to go ahead and tap the crown of the head. And then we're going to go ahead and tap at the karate chop point to begin to set an intention that we will integrate into today's practice. Somatic yoga works on parts of the body that hold trauma, and it eases a pathway to let go of that trauma very gently and very safely. We're going to go ahead and take tabletop. Spread the fingertips nice and wide and curl the toes under as you inhale and look forward. And then as you exhale, press up into down dog, lengthening the spine, walking the feet in if you need to, and pressing the heels down to the mat. Allow the head to dangle and shake it no, 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 very gently, allowing gravity to just pull you downward toward the mat. And now walk your hands back towards your feet and come into a forward fold. Again, bowing into that, tucking the chin to the chest.
And then grabbing opposite elbows, we're going to deepen that stretch, lengthen the low back as we slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Coming all the way up to our Tadasana, rolling the shoulders open, pressing the palms forward. We're going to go ahead and step forward with the right leg and find crescent lunge, drawing the shoulders down, holding a nice 90-degree bend at the knee, and stretching the back foot, using the ball of the foot to create a nice long and strong extension. Come to heart center, and then open up to warrior two. Looking off the very tip top of that third finger, you can flip the palms, inhale all the way up to flying warrior. Notice I'm flexing my front foot to create even more length. Exhale, bend. Let's do that again. Flip the palms, inhale, fly. Exhale, bend. One more time. Flip the palms, inhale, fly. Exhale, bend. Bring your hands back to heart center. Pivot back into your crescent lunge stance. And as you inhale, you're going to spring off the left foot and come in to warrior three. We're here for 3, for 2. Slowly and gently rise up for 1. And we're going to go ahead and take that on the other side. So, flip toward the back of your mat. Inhale the arms up. Take the left leg and step it forward. Find your crescent lunge. Again, nice and strong with the back leg. 90-degree angle with the front knee. Holding it in for 1, for 2, 3 brings you down to heart center. And then open it up into your warrior two. From your warrior two, we're going to flip those palms and fly. Inhale, flex that front foot, create length. Exhale, sink and release. Flip the palm. Inhale, rise up tall, draw the shoulders down. Exhale, sink and release. Flip the palms. Inhale. Last time, exhale, sink and release. Come back to your crescent lunge stance. Hands at prayer. Inhale, create a nice tall spine. Exhale, gently hinge into your warrior three. And we'll be here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Let's float open into airplane for just a moment and bring that foot back to meet the other foot at the top of your mat. Step back to the center of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. And then come back to center with hands at Samastitihi. Take a moment and let's just integrate all the work that we've done warming the body and enjoy just a moment of stillness. Now, if stillness doesn't feel safe just yet, take your middle fingers and tap just underneath your collarbone. There's a little bit of a nook in there on either side. And you can tap this. It's a calming acupressure point. Let's do that for another 3, 2, and go ahead and stop at 1 and take your karate chop to integrate what we've done. Let's come back to center, find mountain pose, roll those shoulders open, press those palms forward. Feel all 4 corners of your feet, keeping you nice and upright. We're going to go ahead and take tree. So you'll ground into your left leg as you bring your right leg up into your tree. Nothing with the upper body until we have the lower body completely stable. And once we're there, there's a couple things we can do. We can tap the outside of the eye gently. It's another acupressure point that brings calm. Or you can try under the eye, right at the orbital bone, just above your cheeks. Again, I like to use the third fingers and alternate them. And then we'll come back down into Tadasana arms for a moment and hold our tree for 3 more breaths, really rooting into the standing leg and feeling the big toe corner, the pinky toe corner, and the two corners at the back of the heel. One more breath in, and let's sigh it out. Bring that leg down and go ahead and shake it out for just a moment. We're going to take that on the other side. So we'll ground into the right leg and bring the left leg up. Press it into the inner thigh. Find that stability in the low body before you begin engaging the upper body. And this time, we're going to go ahead and bring our left hand over our heart, our right hand over our left hand, and we're going to hold a nice, empowering heart pose in our tree. Again, just a little bit more somatic work to make the body feel safe in stillness. Sometimes the stillness in yoga, which is supposed to be the most enjoyable part for mind and body, can be overwhelming. And that's a sign that we need to use the somatics to work through some of the deeply held trauma in the tissues. We're going to hold this for another 3, 2, and then take a nice deep inhale through the nose like we did on the other side. Release it with a sigh. Hands down at your sides in Tadasana. Bring your foot down, and we're going to go ahead and begin our wind down. So for our wind down, we will first take Malasana. So spread the legs about 3 feet apart with the feet turned outward. Bring the palms together to touch. Take a nice deep inhale. Crown of the head is growing toward the sky. And then on your exhale, you're going to go ahead and come into your Malasana and hook your elbows into the inside of your knees as you press the palms forward and grow the spine nice and tall. So the spine really needs to be lengthened in Malasana. You should not be hunched forward. There's no rounding in the back. It's a tall, still pose. Staying here for 3, or 2, and then releasing that and finding a down dog, spreading the fingertips nice and wide, pressing the heels into the mat. On your next inhale, send your right leg up to the sky. Open up the hip for a moment. You can make some circles in either direction. And then when you're ready, use an exhale to sweep that right foot into a figure 4. Come onto the top of the left foot. As you sink down into your pigeon can either be arms extended and third eye center on the mat, or you may fold your forearms and rest your forehead on your wrists. We are here for 5 full breaths. One more breath. And then when you're ready, gently press your way up into your proud pigeon. Send the gaze to the sky. Extend those abdominal muscles. Curl the left toe under and come back to your down dog. And we'll set that up on the other side. Inhale the left leg up. Open the hip. Make those circles if that feels good. Make sure you take both directions. And when you're ready, sweep that left leg forward into a figure 4. Pressing the top of the right foot, find your proud pigeon. Maybe gaze to the sky. Inhale deeply. Exhale, send the arms all the way forward, forehead to the mat, or you may fold them and come down onto forearms. 5 full breaths here. One more breath. Gently press your way back up. Look up to the sky for your proud pigeon. And then release by bringing your right leg all the way around and finding a Sukhasana. So for Sukhasana, before we close out our practice, I'm going to give you a little ab challenge. So you can bring the feet up into lotus. Okay. Play around with both sides. Most people have an easier side and a little bit of a more tight side. And once you're in your lotus, you can either stay here with hands at Anjali Mudra, extended with eyes closed for a moment and feel that stretch. Or if you're looking for an ab challenge, take your hands, create some space between your fingers, take a nice deep inhale, and use your exhale to press your way up and swing gently in your elevated lotus. Release that down, unbind your lotus, and we will go ahead and bring the soles of our feet to the mat and grow nice and tall. And we will slowly, looking down at the navel, come into our Shavasana, one vertebra at a time, making sure to hover slightly just before allowing the shoulder blades to rest on the mat. Send the feet out to the outer edges of your mat. Make sure your palms are facing the sky. That promotes nervous system relaxation. And you can either stay here or you can place a hand on the belly and a hand on the heart for your Shavasana. And please remain in this final resting pose for as long as you desire, integrating your intention and remembering this space of calm, finding ways to bring this sensation with you off the mat into whatever the day has in store for you. Thank you for joining me on this gentle somatic yoga journey. Namaste.